Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be her legs are always open like the 7-Eleven. Do I wipe her up? Well, I know that's a hell of a title. This particular email is from a viewer. When I went to this email, I was like, is this guy being serious or is he trolling me? But it was there's some funny things going on in the email, and it just looks like he's kind of hanging out, having fun, and hooking up. And so he said one of his hookup buddies, hookup girls, I guess, if you will, turned him on to this other particular girl who actually works for a rub and tug, of all things. And she's pretty liberal with the legs and who she shares them with. So he hooked up with her and he was like, wow, that was really good. Obviously, she's had a lot of practice. And he likes a bunch of things about her. And he's kind of wondering, is this a practice squad girl? Because, like I said, as we go through it, you're like, what? So that's why, it's an entertaining email. But the reality is that there's a lot of guys out there that'll entertain this stuff. Hey, knock it off. So he has a quote that he puts in here, which I definitely agree with. And it says, men get used when they give commitment, attention, and resources to women who haven't earned them. So at the end of the day, she's supposed to earn your loyalty after she proves herself through her actions, because character is destiny. If you're going to give your loyalty to somebody, make sure, and you want a long-term relationship, you want to get married, especially if you're crazy enough to involve a government in your relationship, better make sure you're doing it with a high-character woman that was raised right, that comes from a family where she loves her dad, respects her dad, admires him, looks up to him. And obviously this woman in the email here comes from a broken home, as you'll see in a second. Because character is destiny. So whatever typically is modeled for the kids at home, when they grow up, that's what they're going to go out and they're going to emulate. Now, it doesn't mean that 100% of the people that came from a broken home or a difficult background are just throwaway garbage people and there's no hope for them. But the reality is most people that come from a broken home just are not going to do the work on themselves to improve their life, their relationships. Because some people, when they go through a difficult time in their childhood, grow up and they come out of it and like, man, I am not going to live the way my parents lived. I'm going to provide a good environment, a stable environment. I'm going to be a good partner to my teammate who I marry or who I get in a relationship with or live with or whatever. And so they resolve, because of what happened in childhood, to grow beyond that. And they make a conscious effort to self-improve, get therapy if they need to in some cases, because they recognize that the environment they came from is suboptimal and they want to do something about it, so they don't continue to perpetuate that same dysfunctionality in their generation and the ones that come after it. But again, most people will not, because most people tend to major in minor things. So he says, hi, Coach, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'd like to thank you for making a video of my first email, How to Recover Attraction After Acting Dopey. It made me realize the mistakes I've been making, even reading 3% Man for so many times. Well, that's why you read the book, you practice. If you get stuck, you send an email in and we go through it. Because the idea with these video newsletters is to help you fine-tune what's in the book and apply it to your specific situation or other similar situations, so we can learn from the mistakes of other people instead of going through and making the same mistake yourself. I started reading the book again like a novel and back at my success with women thanks to you. I have been dating girls who I would consider out of my league. However, I recently met a girl through a fuck buddy. She was hot, great body, blue eyes, titties like Sydney Sweetie. We started talking and I asked her out on a date and she agreed to set it up at a time and place. Everything went textbook. I booked us an Airbnb with a hot tub, took things slow with her, built a passion, and her gazangas were out like airbags. And of course the accident happened with her mouth filled up like a school bus after pounding the pavement the whole night. We woke up the next day to go home. She was all over me. Dude, I had to push her away because she was getting so clingy I couldn't drive home. Well, you gotta drive safely. I saw a video the other day on Twitter of a girl got mad at her boyfriend. They're driving his brand new car, and she just takes his steering wheel, jerks it, and drives him into the wall. That is a nutty woman. Don't date women like that. Don't wife up girls like that. When you see the crazy, run. You're not going to fix it. And it's not your job to fix it either, but you got to see reality as it is. Guys put up with all kinds of crazy shit from women that they shouldn't, just because they're too focused on how much they like the girl, and they focus on their feelings, and they completely ignore reality. He says, she's texting me every day, and since then she's coming over to my place to cook dinner, making excuses to come over, etc. Here's the interesting part. My fuck buddy friend who introduced me to her told me that she works at a rub and tug and often has sex with them for money. Well, that's kind of what those things are known for. Who was it? Bob Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, I guess was down in Palm Beach at a rub and tug, and he got pinched. I think he ended up getting off, but it was embarrassing for him. It was, I think, after his wife had passed away. So, guy's older, he's a little lonely, he wants a little rub and tug. He wants to blow the barrels out. It's, it was unfortunate for him, and they, the media obviously went out of their way to try to embarrass him. Because most people in the media are mediocre people, and they don't like winners, especially people that win all those championships. As Nick Saban said, mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. She even let her boss raw dog her, since you've always taught us students that character is destiny. Would you go out again with this girl? Well, I wouldn't be dating or entertaining a girl like this in the first place. But you do you, boo-boo. It's your life. You do what you want. My job as a coach is to teach you the fundamentals so you can get what you want, and you can put your big boy pants on and decide whether or not dating her more than once is a good idea. But she's working at a rub and tug. She takes money for giving it up. And, well, we haven't even gotten through the rest of the email where we get to the part about the broken home things. So, again, does this look like a family-oriented girl? Is this the kind of, oh, yeah, my wife, she used to work at Rub and Tug and used to sleep with guys for money. She used to raw dog it with her boss. And then I met her and I rescued her from all of that. It's like, how's that going to go over with mom and dad? Oh, honey, you're such a good humanitarian. I'm so proud of you. Is it normal for me to like her or treat her like a regular chick dating-wise or avoid her like the plague? Well, she's a rotation girl. And it looks like you knew her history and you did it anyway, so it's your life, dude. If you like living dangerously, that's on you. Me personally, I'm not going to be dating somebody like this. But it's your life. You can do what you want. Lots of guys in the military wife up this girl in a heartbeat after knowing her for the weekend and then go on deployment. Later that day, I confronted her tone change, and she told me it was true where she worked and stuff that the fuck buddy told me. And she tells me she likes me a lot and wants to quit her job, but her finances don't allow it. However, she's willing to quit if I help her financially every week. My guess is $1,000 a week. Maybe she also badmouths her dad, calling him a drunk and abusive, and she also had a bad relationship with her drug-addicted mother. Oh, so I'm sure that was just a wonderful environment to raise a child in. However, the situation with her is I'm starting to like her, but I'm not sure if I should take this forward. Well, character is destiny. You're already dating and hanging out and having fun and hooking up with her. She's blowing up your phone. She's coming over. I mean, she already is kind of part of your rotation. However, you don't owe her exclusivity. You don't owe her monogamy. You don't owe being her boyfriend. But if I were you, I would not be raw dogging it. Especially when you're not the only guy there. This would be, if you're crazy enough to do it, practice squad material. A girl you hook up once or twice and then you find out what she's really all about. You're like, hey, I wish you all the best. But you know what? There'll be some dude out there that'll be like, I can fix her. I could save her, coach. I'll take her away from that difficult life. I'll solve her problems with my wallet. What would you do if you were in my shoes? Well, I wouldn't be dating and hooking up with this girl to begin with, so I wouldn't be in this situation. I forgot to mention that she broke up with her 4-year boyfriend 1 hour before she agreed to a date. Well, that's a hell of a quick rebound. I'm doing pretty good with other girls, constantly dating other women on the side, reading how to master yourself, and trying to be a better person. Should I treat her like a regular girl, keep my game tight, or let this one go for the streets? Again, this is your life, your choice. You already got involved with her. I would have never got involved with her, but, again, you do you. Some guys like these crazy girls. Captain Save-A-Ho to the rescue. Please help me out. I'm very confused about this girl. My stripper and prostitute experience is 0 to none. Well, I may have dated a few strippers back in the day. They're not all bad. But most of them got a truckload of problems. And they all come from broken homes. Either dad wasn't there, or like in this case, he was abusive. It's just when the girl hates her father, that's really difficult to have a normal, healthy relationship. But it's the very beginning because she's going to be on her best behavior. Especially if you're already entertaining the idea of giving her $1,000 a week to take her away from the rub and tug business. So if all it takes is $1,000 a week, it's like, man, that's a discount. That's a discount ho good time. Jeez. Please make a video and grill me as much as you want. I would love to know your opinion and advice on what other members say. Thanks for teaching me 11 years through videos. Well, it'd be nice if you read the book, but again, what's your outcome? Are you just looking to have a practice squad and have fun? I'd be definitely wearing a raincoat with a girl like this because you're clearly not the only one. And if she's doing all this stuff for money, well, again, it's like, I wouldn't even consider it. I wouldn't even go out on a date. I wouldn't get anywhere near a girl like this. I might chat with her if I'm introduced. But understanding what her background is, it's like, yeah, I wouldn't be involved with that at all. But if you're just looking for unattached good times, and, I mean, you're clearly already hooking up with her. And you've been doing it more than once, so you've already kind of made the decision to hang out, have fun, and hook up with her. If it was me, again, I wouldn't have even gotten involved with her, but it's you do your life. But again, if you're looking for a healthy, monogamous, loyal relationship, the odds of her being a good woman and giving up that life and being loyal and faithful forever, the odds are not in your favor. Doesn't mean it's not possible. It's just like we're talking like fractions of a fraction of a percent being the odds that it's likely to happen. So again, the odds are not in your favor, but it's your life. If you want to keep her as a practice squad, fuck buddy, friends with benefits, sex playmate, well, that's you. Thanks for the laugh, and thanks for sending the email in. And obviously, the rest of you guys that are watching this, feel free to give a comment on what you would do if you were in this guy's situation. I wouldn't touch the girl with a 10-foot pole, but, to each his own, man. I'm not here to be your priest or to judge you. It's just my job as a coach is to give you the tools and the fundamentals and the skills that you need to get what you want. It's up to you to decide if you want it or you want to continue. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the coaching tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and book a coaching session with yours truly. If you haven't already signed up for our exclusive premium members-only content, in the video description is video. There are links to join on YouTube, or you can join on Spotify or our website, understandingrelationships.com. Just click the plans tab when you get there, and you can do a 7-day free trial to check out all the great content you get as part of your premium membership free trial. And if you choose an annual plan, you can get a 25% discount at the end of the 7-day free trial. So go to understandingrelationships.com, click the plans tab, sign up for a free trial today. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.